to show you guys a picture that my mom sent to me yesterday. And I want to ask your opinion on what it looks like or what it means to you. Okay? So you're going to talk to the person sitting next to you, if you have somebody, for 30 seconds about
Can't see it.
what this picture means to you. Okay? Oh. It's a picture of the earth with some oil dripping down and some smoke being spewed out. Okay, you got 30 seconds to talk to the person next to you about what that picture means to you.
Fires in Brazil.
But it's okay because we got clean coal or something.
Fires in Brazil, interesting you said that. In Bolivia there's fires too.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
And I know that's because I believe we should be.
That'll be it. You won't have to.
No,
The jungle camp.
But I think it's also, we will have another ice age. Exploding.
Exploding. On fire.
I can take 2 volunteers. Anybody want to share what their thoughts are about this picture? Ursula?
No, Brooke. I volunteer Brooks.
Let's be class, right? All right, Brooks, you have no choice.
To me, the picture is actually pretty tame to what the world is in today. The gases, we're not releasing them into space, they're actually trapped in here, making it all hotter and whatnot, and the oil that's dripping down from below, I don't see it as being wasted, but overly drawn out of the earth. So, that's my thoughts on the picture.
I think I saw this related theme on my Facebook from my Aunt Cora, who's from Bolivia as well as my dad's sister, and they were showing pictures of my cousin who's dressed in a firefighter outfit. He's not a firefighter, but they were asking for people to go fight these fires because, as you know, Bolivia is right next to Brazil and has a lot of Amazon forest, so there's a lot of fires going on in South America. And I didn't bring a picture of my cousin. I should have brought one. It was pretty interesting, all the gear that they have to carry. So I'm going to talk a little bit about climate change and your health. And the sun can provide in 1 hour all the power we need for 365 days to power the planet. Okay, so that's a positive, right? But the negatives of the climate crisis for carbon pollution and the burning of fossil fuels is driving climate disruption and warming our planet, as some of you mentioned. The more carbon pollution in the air, the more the sun's energy gets trapped as heat, like a blanket, right? Which means things keep getting hotter. Right? And these rising global temperatures are disrupting natural systems, leading to more and more extreme weather events like severe droughts, floods, wildfires, and superstorms, along with numerous other major impacts that will affect the health and well-being of every person on the planet. So climate change will not wait for us. It is already affecting our health. And children are going to suffer, okay? Because of allergies, because of asthma, and from the pollution. As climate change accelerates, the 67,000 pediatrician strong organization writes, and that's referring to the American Academy of Pediatricians, children will continue to suffer disproportionately. And their immune systems are still developing, leaving their rapidly growing bodies more sensitive to disease and environmental pollutants. And they breathe, eat, and drink more for their size. And there's also malnutrition. What does malnutrition mean?
Having the wrong food?
I'm sorry?
Eating the wrong food?
Okay. All right.
Or not eating any of the right foods.
Right.
Not having the right foods to eat.
Yes. When grown under the CO2 levels expected by 2050, many common crops see reductions of protein and key nutrients, like iron and zinc, anywhere from 3 to 17%, according to the research featured in the journal Nature. And if emissions continue at the current rate in many countries, the consequences of these nutrition declines could turn dire. Zinc deficiencies can dramatically impair immune system function and cause diarrhea, delayed sexual maturation, and eye and skin lesions. Meanwhile, an iron deficiency, and my dad can probably talk about this in his next speech, can lead to muscle weakness, immune system, and cognitive problems, and headaches and dizziness, and can also result in anemia. So it doesn't affect, climate change doesn't affect everyone equally, right? As for protein, few nutrients are as important as protein. Healthline explains. Protein is the building blocks of your muscles, skins, enzymes, and hormones, and it plays an essential role in all body tissue. Protein deficiency can affect almost all aspects of body function. And adults are at risk from climate change related diseases too, because you have a lot of waterborne vector diseases like Zika and dengue fever. Not to put you on the spot, Dad, but how was dengue fever? And he almost died. I mean, he came back from Bolivia, was it 7 years ago, and for 2 or 3 weeks you were just out. He didn't look like himself. He was very skinny. Fresh water and the climate crisis, okay? As glacier meltwater and high elevation snowmelt that constitute the headwaters of many rivers diminishes because of warming and lessening annual precipitation or seasonal distribution of precipitation changes, entire river systems can suffer, and the result, less fresh water filling lakes and reservoirs. So I'm not here to talk total doom and gloom. There are some opportunities that we can make a difference. We will be showing a movie called Happenings, September 25th at the Episcopal Church on Downey Avenue in Florence. Come check it out. It's going to be at 6:30, and the movie starts at 7. There'll be pizza, and you can learn about the clean energy revolution, like solar, wind, and geothermal, and all those different options that we can all do to, like driving EV cars, driving hydrogen fuel cell cars. There's a lot of solutions we can do, planting more trees. And so I encourage you to join the movie Happenings, September 25th. Madam Toastmaster.